In this video, we are going to look at the aiter built-in function in Python. The aiter function is used with asynchronous iterables. So first, what is an asynchronous iterable? A normal iterable, such as a list, can give us its values immediately. An asynchronous iterable is designed for situations where getting the next value may take some time. For example, when data is coming from a network connection or another asynchronous operation. For this example, we are going to keep things simple and create an asynchronous generator that produces 3 numbers. We define a function called getNumbers using async def. Inside this function, we yield 1, then 2, and then 3. Because this is an async function that uses yield, calling getNumbers gives us an asynchronous iterable. Now we want to access its asynchronous iterator directly. So how do we do that? This is where we use the aiter function. Inside our main async function, we first call getNumbers and store the result in a variable called numbers. Then we pass numbers to iter and store the return value in a variable called iterator. Basically, aiter takes an asynchronous iterable and gives us its asynchronous iterator. So the syntax is simply iter with the asynchronous iterable passed inside the parentheses. In our case, that is aiter of numbers. Now that we have the iterator, we need a way to get values from it one at a time. For a normal iterator, we would use the next function. But this is an asynchronous iterator, so we use another built-in function called anext. We print await anext of iterator. We use await here because getting the next value from an asynchronous iterator is itself an asynchronous operation. Let's do that 3 times so that we can retrieve all 3 values. Finally, we call async io.run and pass our main function so that Python can run this asynchronous code. Also, we have to import async io. Let's actually test this. The output is 1, 2, and 3. So what happened here? The aiter function gave us the asynchronous iterator. Then each call to anext asked that iterator for its next value. The first call returned 1, the second returned 2, and the third returned 3. Now, in most programs, we do not manually call aiter like this. Normally, we would write an async for loop. For example, we could loop through getNumbers and print each number. When we use async for, Python gets the asynchronous iterator for us automatically. So why would we use iter directly? We use it when we specifically need access to the iterator itself and want to control when we request the next value. There is also an important distinction between iter and aiter. The iter function is used with normal iterables such as lists and tuples. The aiter function is used with asynchronous iterables. So if you already understand iter, you can think of iter as a corresponding built-in function for asynchronous iteration. If you like the content, please like the video and subscribe to our ProgramGuru channel for more Python tutorials.